Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Tammy.
My
how you
God,
doing?
what's it been, like 6 months?
No, but it has been a hot minute. I haven't been back since March, and we are at the end of June.
I know we had one booked, but something came up, and then you've been wedding planning, all these things.
Yes, our little Gracie got married.
Do y'all remember Grace, who was on when Sherry first started coming on the podcast?
Way at the beginning.
Yeah,
which has me bringing in my two out-of-town children, or the farthest out of town,
who are here for the wedding, right?
Yes.
The wedding's over. Okay, introduce them, please.
So we have Saskia.
Hi.
Who was not a Dave or I child, but we did pick her up and she's ours.
We have children like that too.
And she is a solicitor in London.
Oh, perfect.
So she's not just from London. She is trained.
Are you going to tell us are you going to spill the tea for us?
I can't, but I am a criminal defense solicitor.
Oh.
So
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm only telling half of the time today. She's going to do a little bit from the British perspective.
Okay.
And then Sam, a nuclear engineer from upstate New York.
Love your stash.
Thank you. I hated it, but then it grew on me.
But I'm
Oh
sure.
my goodness.
I'm sure since you've been here, Sass, everyone's like, I love your accent.
Yes.
Talk some more for me.
The thing that they want me to say the most is water bottle.
Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it's water bottle.
All right. That's very
because you add
interesting.
an extra R.
Do you say wash or wash?
Wash.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I've never understood the wash. Not saying that that's a British thing. I'm just saying
That is a very
southern backwoods red.
Yeah, little backwoods
Ding,
thing.
ding, 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 ding. Okay. That
I had a child at my house that said wash at 13 years old. And I said, spell that. And she actually spelled it WARSH. And I was like, oh, baby.
All right. So welcome, y'all. I'm so glad you're here. Do you think that we need to get y'all some drinks to go? What are y'all drinking anyway? You're drinking out of these fancy cups?
Vodka and Sprite.
Oh, nice.
Pineapple vodka, though.
It is pineapple
I
vodka.
know.
Because we drank through all the good stuff for the wedding.
We did.
I mean, pineapple vodka sounds like good stuff.
It's kind of fun. But you know me, I'm a Tito's and soda person.
You know, she's known for drinking Tito's and Tito's.
Yes.
That's her.
Fair.
Yeah.
I have sat here and drank Tito's and Tito's.
We don't have Tito's. We have Grey Goose. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We done Grey Goose, soda, and lime.
Yeah, that's my typical drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's low-cal, clean. And
Delicious.
if I spill it on me, I haven't ruined my top.
I like the dirty brown whiskey.
And what are you drinking?
Redneck Riviera. Yeah,
Mhm.
first drink. Redneck Riviera. I hope one day John Rich will
Sponsor
somehow hear this and just send me a free bottle. I mean, a sponsorship would be nice. If you'd like to help support the show, go to
There we go.
Patreon, Patreon/grits, because we've had a lot of malfunctions lately, as you know, if you've been listening to the last few episodes. But we are up and running, and Sherry's back in the house, and you're going to tell us a story.
Yes, I am.
All
yes,
right.
I am. And we're going to go kind of short. I teased this probably 6 months ago.
Was this a part of a story you did on one of the episodes?
No, it
Or a
was
follow-up?
it was almost exactly 6 months ago. It was when I talked about it a little bit when we did our year wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, this case is started. I'm going to tell you about it later because it's going to go big. And it has. But they finished it.
Wow. It went
So-
big and finished that fast?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, man, it feels good to be back in the saddle.
I'm glad you're here.
Okay. So this story kind of crosses streams for me, and that it may not be big to everybody else, but for those that don't remember, I'm very politically active.
Yes.
Okay. You know, like on the national level, the state level, the local level. And this one crosses those streams.
Do you want to give your party a shout out?
Libertarians, y'all need to get your butts out there and rock this crap. Because I haven't seen anything sane happen in probably a year out of Washington. So
Just a year.
You know, y'all know I like to stay away from politics, but I have things. I have. We could do another show about. I'm not even okay.
I'm not happy.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, but
let's blow up your whole country.
No, that's stupid. Instead of blowing up your whole country, how about you just quit
fucking with him? She said, "Fuck y'all." She's serious.
Yeah, I mean, just stay here. Just stay here. You got enough problems right here. But
go get your spray tan on.
Yeah, I got my spray tan.
Get his spray tan on.
And that's how I changed. That's what I told him when I went in. I was like, just not Trump.
Yeah. I want a spray tan, but just not Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
I'm going to probably lose listeners over that little bit of my opinion right there.
He has done some cool things.
Yes.
But this was not cool.
Well, I feel like sometimes he's just a crazy man. Like just what same person? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop.
We're going to get out of that because that would actually be a 2-hour podcast
yes, it
to
would.
even go through
At
the
least.
history.
It would be a 10-part.
Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, in the summer of 2024, so this is real recent for us because we like to make sure things are adjudicated first.
Yes.
In the summer of 2024, the Spencer family began living a nightmare. And a nightmare that was orchestrated by a very sadistic old man. Michael Fosler, 67. Now, I've seen that he was a registered sex offender, but I've only seen that in 2 things.
Is it Fossler?
One S.
Oh.
But you were really close there.
Fosler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we don't know for sure if he's a registered sex offender?
Right, because right now, because of the recent things, all the old articles are pushed so deep into search engines that I've only seen just a little bit, and I normally like 4 or 5 sources to confirm.
Yes.
Okay. But it tracks that he was already a registered sex offender. Okay. He was living with a family friend at the Spencers. So, guys, please check your registries. Every town has them.
Yes.
My area, even our sheriff's office app has a sex offender link so you can see where they live.
So if someone's local, you're in Livingston Parish.
Yes.
Tell them how they would just Livingston Parish.
The Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office has their own app. And one of the
You don't even need the app anymore. I searched it this morning.
Yeah, you searched it, but this is an easy app that they're constantly giving you news and updates on and things like that. Like this road's closed down because a tree fell, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So on the home screen, one of the things is sex offenders. Tap that and it shows you everything near your location.
Wow.
And you can go statewide on that app, but you can definitely check the locations you're going to be near.
I'm sure if Louisiana has this, then it's probably leaps and bounds ahead everywhere else.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
all of our listeners everywhere, check your registered sex offender registries.
And they are everywhere. There are registries everywhere. There are 1,000 ways to check and see who's a creep near you.
Okay.
But don't stop on who's near you. Stop on where you're going. See who's near your school. See who's near your mom's house.
Yes.
If your kids are going to be there, know the neighborhood.
So that's what this Michael, we would have
Michael
seen him.
Fosler
We would have seen him.
Was living with a family friend. And he's 67. Who thinks that a 67-year-old man?
What my first opinion would have been is, why are you 67 and living with someone? Have you not taken care of your life to the point where you got your shit together to take care of yourself? And that's creepy and oogie that you're living with somebody else at that age, to me.
That you're still dating at 67.
Ew.
That's the saddest crap.
So what? We're so judgy today.
You know what? I'm going to be judgy because
I love it.
Whenever I see like those shows about Golden Bachelor, I'm like, that is like, you're up to the point where you're dealing with each other's hemorrhoid surgeries at that point. You don't need a part-time lover. You need a partner that was there when you were younger.
I mean, I'm just thinking like, all you're talking about is your surgeries and, like you said, like your colonoscopies and all that stuff.
I don't want to date somebody that's going to be dating the person that's going to drive me home for my colonoscopy. You're farting for 35 miles on the way home from that facility.
Thank you.
That's not, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to tap that, y'all. But no, that's dating in your 60s is the saddest thing. It is one thing if you've gotten old enough to where everybody's lost their spouse. And then
Yes.
you get a little girlfriend or a little boyfriend and y'all go and have
That's
a little
cute.
senior citizens dinner at 4:00 in the afternoon. That's cute.
I'll be ready to eat at 4 too. So.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I want to be braless by 6:30.
Amen, sister.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, so back to the gross stuff. So he looked like any other old man. But years ago, this man began to groom the Spencer's daughter.
Okay.
And in the summer of 2024, he began a sexual relationship with the then 13-year-old.
Oh, gross.
Yep.
This is discovered, and, her father, Aaron Spencer, reports it like he's supposed to. And the case is moving a little too slow for Aaron, and he was a Special Forces veteran.
Oh,
And so he was kind of deciding
was he like, I'm going to kill you?
Well, he was finding out the information he needed to kill him. He had gotten to that point.
Nice.
Yeah. Gets his, address, his location, and things like that. So Aaron's wife, Heather, calmed him down, as we do.
Yes, we do.
I mean, I'm sure you have stopped Harold from dying a few times.
Mm-mm.
He's more stopping you. That's
Yeah.
David and me.
He's probably more stopping me from doing stupid shit.
I'm a little more headstrong than David. David is Mr. Careful. He does really manly things, but he does them with purpose. Like, he's cautious. Whenever we shoot, you've seen it because you've shot with him.
Yes.
He shows you the cleared gun before it's loaded. He puts it in your hand, make sure you've checked it.
He's a Marine.
He's a Marine. And so everything he does is very by the book. And I'm the one that will grab a machete after work and start walking through the edge of the woods, clearing blackberries in high heels and a silk
Oh,
blouse.
fuck no. I'm not doing that. I'll clear the woods, not in that outfit.
Like, I don't think about changing.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's kind of crappy there. I'm going to go and handle that. He came home with me field stripping a gun.
Sam,
Yes,
You're pointing
one
to him?
time. Sorry.
did you
For
forget
the
his name?
non-YouTube. For the non-YouTube. But Sam came
That
home
person over there with
one
the cool
time
mustache.
for a visit, and I was field stripping a gun wearing a silk blouse, a skirt, and pearls because I saw a water moccasin and I knew he was coming home with my grandson.
Right.
And so I shot the snake until I was out, even in the extended magazine. And he comes in and there's his mom dressed like that at the kitchen counter, because it was raining. And so
Yeah.
I couldn't just put the gun up.
Right. You had to clean it.
I had to clean it. And so he walked in and he was like, "That's my mom. That's my mom. I've missed her."
Was this the same time that you shot the water moccasin on the porch?
Yes,
Okay.
15 times.
Just to make
14,
sure it's
14
dead.
times. And so, yeah, that's what he walked into
Nice.
after being away it had probably been about 18 months since I'd seen him because he'd been deployed. So anyhow, back to this. So she calmed him down and, was very grateful when the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office finally arrested Michael Fosler.
Good.
Lonoke is in Arkansas.
Okay.
Okay. So 2 counts of internet stalking of a child, 2 counts of 4th-degree sexual assault, 2 counts of sexual indecency with a child, 35 counts related to possession and request for explicit images of this child.
Was this just having to do with this one child?
One child.
Oh my God.
Or that's as much as we know. Some of the records are sealed, and I went through and I read a bunch of them, but it appears.
And that was all things that he was doing while he lived in the home with the child.
No, he didn't live in the home with the child.
I thought he was living with the Spencers.
No, he was living with a family friend of the Spencers.
Oh, okay.
So it was somebody they went to visit kind of regularly.
Ugh. So gross.
So you go see your, Miss Betsy or whatever.
Go see Meemaw.
Go see, your honorary Meemaw, because I'm an honorary grandmother
Yeah.
to a lot of kids. And it's her boyfriend. And he's
Ew,
just this
that's-
old guy
Yeah.
that lives with her and looks like every other old guy. A little tubby, bald-headed,
Mm-hmm.
the whole bit. So the charges were filed June 1st, 2004, and he was not arrested until July.
2004?
2024.
I'm sorry, 2024.
I was like, wait.
And he was not arrested until July.
Okay.
So you can start to understand Aaron's frustration.
Yes.
This man hurt my kid. And so what are you doing? This is 8 weeks later and he's still
the
free.
justice system will never move quick enough to me, and that when it comes to a child sexual abuse.
It's not just this
Exactly.
country, though. It's not just this
I'm
country.
sure.
It's really bad. I'm not going to lie. It's
I'm
really
sure.
bad.
I'm sure it's not just us, but I just feel like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No,
I'm so,
Oh, no. My case that I've been stuck in the middle of for 2.5 years.
The one you personally, yeah.
It's still not adjudicated completely yet. And I can't wait to tell you what a shit show it's been.
I can't wait to hear
but
that story
I can't
when it's
until
done.
he is sentenced.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'll be ready.
Yeah. And I'm actually I'm going to bring in some officials and at least, if not bring in here, I'm going to interview them separately because
all right.
I need to know what I want to do is I want to tell people what to do. If you suspect, I want to tell people
because you've gone through that.
They dogged us out for different things in this process.
Wow.
Like, wait, she's a victim. How are you dogging her? How are you giving her crap?
Right.
Okay. So anyhow, back to this. So this dirtbag gets a $50,000 bail. So that's a $5,000 cash bond.
Yep.
Did you hear how many things he was sentenced?
I did.
That was like in the 40s.
Yeah.
40 something different charges.
And he didn't just start doing this at whatever 60 something years old.
No.
So we know he's.
So we're pretty sure, because I had in a couple of articles, that he was also a registered sex offender to begin with.
All right.
5K, he's walking the streets.
Yes. Lovely.
And if you're 67, you have 5K worth of something.
Even though you're living with somebody, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know.
So, yeah, it was a 5K cash bond and a protective order. And
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Did he go out into the wind after that?
No. But later he did violate the protective order and tried to contact the girl.
Oh, my God.
And he was rearrested and he was released almost immediately.
He is stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, what about the girlfriend he's living with?
We never hear about her again, but I want to throat punch her. This woman has brought a really bad guy around really innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
In this family, Aaron and his wife Heather, I want to use their last name as little as possible because the other shit with this has brought this child who's a victim. Everybody in her county knows who she is.
Ugh.
You know, there's
Yeah.
only one child that age in that household.
Right.
So, I mean, I'll say their last name because it's necessary, but let's just stick with Aaron and Heather as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, these people they're exactly like everybody you and I know. Military veterans who started a small business. They live, they work.
Trying to raise their kids.
Do
right.
They have a little bit, but not overly much.
Right.
You know, redneck wealthy. That's what most of us are. Okay. So, on the early morning hours, but wait, hang on. Aaron, I did put this because this was very important to me. Aaron tried to ignore what was going on with the legal system. Yeah, he was a veteran, so he understands that things take time. And he was really focused on getting his daughter the help she needed.
Okay.
She has been victimized, and it turned out it was long-term grooming. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of things to unpack out of her brain. So psychiatrist,
Yeah.
all the counseling. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's getting her help.
Yeah.
Good on him for taking the time to sort
Absolutely.
of be patient with his daughter as well. After all of
Yes.
that.
And so in the early morning hours of October 8th of 2024, Aaron's dogs woke him up barking. He goes in.
Tell me that bastard's trying to sneak in her window.
Oh, worse. He goes in to check on his daughter and she's messing in the windows.
Oh my God.
So the parents call 911 and start checking with their friends.
This Dude.
Mm-hmm. Aaron is on the phone with 911 and kind of, just hops in his truck and starts driving around randomly looking for her. Because even though there is this issue, she's also now a 14-year-old who's been through some crap, and acting out is not.
Okay, I see.
So he wasn't they weren't immediately jumping to kidnap.
She was kidnapped. Okay, I gotcha.
So they are calling friends. He is driving around. But then he sees, leaving the neighborhood, douchebag's truck.
Mm-hmm.
Chases him down, gets him to stop. His daughter is in the truck. He pulls his daughter out. While Aaron is on the phone with 911. And this douchebag then tries to fight him for the daughter.
What the fuck?
So Aaron shoots him.
Good.
Fair enough.
Michael does not survive the encounter.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't survive the encounter, but now I feel like this poor man is going to go through hell on his own, trying to beat a murder, life in prison situation.
Yeah. They arrest Aaron for first-degree murder on the spot.
First of all, I don't feel like it's first degree. I feel like it's second degree, not first.
Well, I'm thinking that if somebody's kidnapping your minor child, this falls into self-defense, because
I would
self-defense does cover felonies committed against others.
I mean, it's like the case, the Pluchets at Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Yeah, Plochet.
Yes.
Gary Plochet is our hero.
We were just talking about Gary.
I was Google searching this afternoon about it.
Because Sam and I were talking about, that's our favorite Father's Day meme.
Why, Gary? Why? isn't that what the...
That is what he said.
Yeah. That is what he said. Okay. So,
it's funny, small world. My son works at the Baton Rouge airport now, so...
I may see him on Wednesday.
All of my people have been flying in and out of Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay.
The price difference is minimal. And in fact, Sass's ticket from London, because everybody from England was heading to Dallas for the World Cup.
Oh. So you were just a quick stop on the way to Dallas?
The entire plane was Brits.
Yes.
The entire plane.
And so the Dallas to BTR flight, was nothing. So her whole round trip was like $1,000.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, thank you to Mom for getting it for me.
Nice.
I know, because she called and she said, I can't come. We had a major... She had a problem like y'all did, a major home malfunction, and she's young and a homeowner.
Right.
And I was like, I found that $1,000 flight, and then I bought it. And then that was pretty much the end of anything I could squeeze out with the wedding. And then Sam called and says, hey, the flights from New York have now gone up to $700
oh
or
my
something
God.
like that. $800, and I can't bring the kids. I could not squeeze $2,400 out to bring the kids.
Oh.
After that. And I was like, sorry. But this summer, we're going to work something out where the kids come to see Mama.
Yeah, good.
That definitely needs to happen.
And bring him to come swim.
Yeah, they're very pale.
Well, we'll put SPF 50 on
We
them.
will put SPF 100 on them. Because they have, other than Grace, Sam is my palest child. And there was no melanin from that DNA to go around.
They call the skin tone translucent.
Okay, back to the story. It's so good to see you. We're going to get sidetracked a lot.
We probably should have had a sit down 30-minute visit before we got on the pod.
Well, that's okay. Our people are used to it.
Yes, they are. Okay, so he shoots him. They charge Aaron
with first-degree murder,
which I think is insane.
Yes.
And what happens next?
Okay, so eventually the charges are downgraded to second-degree murder.
That's what I would have thought it was to begin with.
The biggest reason the charges were was while the sheriff was dragging the feet for nearly 2 months, from charge date to arrest date.
Yes.
That's a big freaking deal to me. You've got a man that has actually put his hands on a 13-year-old.
Right.
And you're leaving him out there to put his hands on other 13-year-olds.
Wait, so he wasn't in custody at the time?
From June 1st till July, till toward the end of July? No, he was not in custody.
Because he paid that $5,000, but
Yeah,
then
but
he
I
went
know,
back
but
in.
then-
but then they released him almost immediately.
But they
she
didn't even
said.
put him into custody for weeks.
For the restraining order or
No,
whatever. He
even
wasn't.
the beginning.
But
So,
why?
so
That's the question.
that's a problem with the sheriff's department.
That
bail
wouldn't
is bail,
fly.
but you'd think if you go immediately right back to it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's
Well-
gotta be held back.
So he
Agree.
goes in, he presses charges. The charges are filed on June 1st. I've seen the charges. I've seen the paperwork.
Okay.
They don't arrest him for the first time until July.
Okay.
And then he's out on a $5,000 bond with a restraining order. So he's barely in there. Doesn't take long for him to get out.
Right.
Then he even violates the restraining order and he gets right back out. So here we are, the June 1st original charge date to October 8th. He has hardly spent any time in
jail.
actual custody.
Okay.
But they didn't even arrest him for a long time. They didn't even start. And during that time, while they were dragging their feet, Aaron said some things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? He went to people mutuals. What you got, babe?
But why is the time between charge and literally catching him in the act and then why is that so significant? That wouldn't happen in England. What would happen is they catch you breaching that protective order and you're coming into custody, you're staying there, they'll charge you and then they'll start building their case. They'll start gathering the evidence so
But they'll-
everybody
They didn't even put him in the initial handcuffs, the initial reading
That's
your
crazy.
rights
No.
for weeks and weeks and weeks.
No, that's crazy.
And then breaking the the protection order
Mm-hmm.
would have, in Livingston Parish, he wouldn't be coming out until trial.
No. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
would have given him
It's like, okay, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Here's your, $5,000, whatever. But if you immediately go and break that restraining order,
then you're in.
you got to stay in.
Mhm.
And
You fucked it up this
okay,
time.
our sheriff has got some problems, but in my particular case, I will give y'all a little teaser that it happens to be that I found somebody with child pornography. 32 Images got him a $32 million bond in Livingston Parish.
Yeah.
He's not coming out.
I feel like that should be.
And that should be, this guy had 32 counts that were related to child pornography related to this child. And they
Plus the
still let him
sexual
out on
Shame
5.
on you, Arkansas.
Shame on you, Lonoke County.
Yes.
Shame on you, Lonoke County Sheriff's Department, for not arresting this guy when you had just cause to arrest him. You had enough to charge him. So the charge was made on June 1st. Completely ready to arrest him. This guy was not running. He was not hiding. He was doing whatever he does daily. And they just didn't freaking bother to pick him up.
So what happened to poor Aaron?
So he said, give me his contact details. Give me how to find him. I told you that earlier. But he said something he said, don't tell the cops I asked.
Oh. Well, then now you
So-
have to go around asking questions, and he's like,
And,
yeah.
he's a normal guy
You're
with
looking
normal
sus,
friends. So
man.
he's
You're
looking
right.
sus. So they did keep the charges at second-degree murder. Because they said even though the events of that night did not allow for this.
I feel like it was second degree, in my opinion, just because it was heat of the moment. Now I realize he may have gone and it looks premeditated because he was asking where the guy
Right.
is.
But with his daughter being kidnapped, that
Exactly.
makes it clearly self-defense because you can kill in defense of yourself or another.
Yeah.
And your child is actively kidnapped and not just pulling the child away from the kidnapper is stopping it. He's fighting you. You can kill him.
So
That's legal.
So was this the case where on the 911 call he told the dispatch, "I'm going to shoot him now"?
No,
Okay, just wanted
No.
to make sure.
that's a different
I'm
case,
not
but that's a
mixing
cool
those
one.
up.
Okay. So anyhow, the family has set up a GoFundMe to pay
so
for
he's
his legal defense.
so he's in jail still.
No, he did get
Okay.
bonded out.
Okay.
Okay. But Aaron realizes the corruption and laziness of Lonoke County, Arkansas
Yeah.
is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this has pretty much destroyed their lives. It would have already been bad what happened before law enforcement got involved.
Yeah.
But now that we have law enforcement involved, they're actually making stuff worse instead of better.
Agree.
Yeah. Okay. He can't run for a DA's office. He's not qualified. He's not an attorney.
Yeah.
So he's run as sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in most, I realize that most listeners live in urban areas or even our listeners out of country. In most of the geographical United States, the most powerful person in any county is the sheriff.
Sheriff, yeah.
Because they're over the entire county. Even DA's offices are normally shared. You get a certain judicial district attorney, and that could be multiple parishes or multiple counties.
Right.
So this is a pretty big deal to have a crappy person in that role. And in March, he won the Republican primary.
Oh, good.
For that position.
Aaron, right?
Aaron did.
Okay. And so he was able to run
with sheriff.
He was able to run with this. Okay. Go ahead.
The current sheriff is not going to be the sheriff anymore. So he's already accomplished that.
Okay.
By being the primary candidate. And on June 4th, I believe, very recently, charges were dropped. And imagine this, surprise, surprise, the sheriff office had lost, quote unquote, exculpatory evidence that night. I told you Aaron was on the phone with 911.
Yeah, they lost
They
that?
caught the final moments on video as the car pulled up, where you could have seen Michael Fosler fighting Aaron to get the child back.
So they conveniently lost that.
They conveniently lost that. And so since the charges are dropped, there's no felony hanging over his head.
Nice.
And he can run as sheriff. Aaron says he absolutely believed. And by seeing the filings that Fosler's attorney had made in just the literal 2 weeks prior to this event, Aaron believes that Michael was going to kill his daughter. They had filed motions to suppress most of the evidence, and I read these motions, and they were well done. Michael Fosler was well represented.
Wow.
And they could have flown. And if her statement was no longer there, he was free and clear.
Yeah.
So Aaron believes that his daughter was about to be murdered to silence her.
Wow.
It wasn't just another moment of
He wasn't like hell bent on killing or kidnapping her and taking her because of the sexual part at this point. He just wanted to shut her up.
He just wanted to shut her up.
That's
because
crazy.
if the filings, and whenever I tell you they were well done, they were well done. I have normally whenever it's like a shotgun whenever somebody's being defended. So these motions, they're disconnected, disjointed. It's just, let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
This guy's motions were very pointed, directed, and they led one into another. I was very surprised.
Yeah. He doesn't sound like the type of person who could afford an attorney like that.
Right. And I don't know if it was his public defender, and in a lot of areas, the public defender isn't part of a public defender's office. So this whole county is only like 70,000 people.
Okay.
There's probably very small public defender's office.
Yeah.
And they handle kind of petty crap. Most of the time in a semi-rural area, suburban area, you end up with standard defense attorneys that have to do so many hours of public defender work.
Gotcha.
And so this guy was good.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't on a public salary, it sounds like. It
doesn't appear to be. If he was, he's about to not be.
Yeah.
Because very good briefs, very good motions. And so, it looks like Lone Oak's going to get a brand new sheriff.
I hope Aaron wins. And that was an insane story. I hope the little girl is okay. I hope she's getting the help. And she seems to have very supportive parents. Yes.
I hate that her parents were distracted by all of this other crap.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a problem to me.
Well, yeah.
But our SAS, our legal system, not Louisiana's, but the other 49 states, everything about their legal system is a direct stepchild of the British legal system.
Yes.
And she's got a few kind of scandalous things.
And I want to hear them, but I want to ask her a question
Okay.
first.
Yes.
And I don't know why I don't know the answer to this.
Tell me.
I feel like I should. In England, is there a bail bond situation?
Okay, so
Because I feel like I've never heard anyone talk about that.
there's a presumption of bail, right?
Okay.
So when you're charged with an offence, especially an indictable-only offence, so an indictable-only offence can only be heard in the Crown Court.
Okay.
So there's two courts that can hear, there's three courts that can hear criminal cases, possibly four if your case is that big, but really three courts. There's the Magistrates Court, which is the lower court.
And we hear about that mostly in East Coast. Like that's our most direct comparison to the British
Yeah.
system. So South Carolina cases, North Carolina cases.
Magistrates Court.
Yeah.
So a magistrates court is called the lower court. They deal with it's the first stop in the legal system.
Mhm.
So as soon as you're arrested, you are taken for you're arrested by the police on an allegation or on suspicion of
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z. Let's just say in this case it's murder.
It's Z to people who can speak the English correctly.
X, Y, and Z. So it's the first stop after the CPS has authorized charges against you. So the police cannot authorize charges against you. They can arrest you on suspicion of X, Y, and whatever it is.
Yes.
But they cannot actually charge you with anything without authorization from the Crown Prosecution Service.
Okay. All right.
Crown Prosecution Service is the government. It is lawyers. They are the prosecution, right?
Yeah.
So you have a entire group of people there who are looking through the evidence and talking to the officer in charge of the case, trying to figure out whether or not the burden of proof is met to be able to charge that person with said offence.
Okay.
Now, if it's a summary only offence, it'll be heard only in the magistrates court. So that means that it cannot go anywhere. It has to stay in that court specifically. That's
Okay.
summary only. A magistrate can be anybody, right?
I could be one.
You could go over there if you lived there for a certain amount of time. They train you for 6 weeks.
Done.
And then
Harold, we're moving.
The closest thing here, you could be that as a justice,
of the peace. Yeah.
Exactly. You hear the cases and you have a legal advisor. You don't even have to know the legal system.
You
have
can just be like, this is how I feel. You're guilty or not.
honestly irritates me sometimes because I'm like, no, that's not the law. So you have summary only offences. Then you have either way offences. So either way offences can be heard in the magistrates court or they can be heard in the Crown Court. And it's all dependent on really two or three things, right? Number one, magistrates only have a sentencing power of up to 2 years. They're about to change that legislation to increase it to 3 years to take away from the backlog that's in the Crown Court at the moment, because it's about 150,000 cases
Wow.
that are backlogged waiting for trial in the Crown Courts. So sentencing powers of the magistrates are limited to only 2 years and under.
Mhm.
If your offense, for example, if you stole something from Walmart, right, and they charge you with that theft, you would stay in the magistrates court. However, is your right to elect a jury by trial,
Mhm.
a trial by jury in the Crown Court.
So jury by trial would
Jury-
be weird.
Jury by trial, yeah, trial by jury, sorry. Trial by jury.
Drink some more Tito's. and vodka.
Exactly. No, so trial by jury. So you can elect to go to the Crown Court.
But you're going to get in the 150,000
Yep.
and first,
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
position to have your shit heard.
Yeah. And you're going to wait until I've had trials listed in 2030 and 2031.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 2030 and 2031.
So back to my initial question.
Yeah.
Bail bond.
But listen, I know
Bail-
I know you're a solicitor,
I'm getting
so
there.
you've got a lot of things to say.
I know.
I just want to know, is that an option for people there? Do they get to a certain point where they can put
Everybody has a presumption to bail. You can put forth a security or a surety.
Property.
No, has to be
No?
cash.
It has to be
Has
cash.
to be visible in somebody's back. Anybody can put it up. You can have, it's an ID
Yeah.
and a
Oh.
witness statement that I will need to take from you. And then I basically, and a screenshot of your bank balance. So it has to be
Jeez.
visible, right?
Wow.
So it's not something you have to pay. It
It's
just
n-
has to be
That just seems like
available.
If it's
You
a
could just-
if it's a security though.
I just feel like you could AI the fuck out of that. Like, I don't even know.
But you could be held in contempt of court if you do that.
Yeah,
So it's a
yeah,
big it's
yeah,
a big
but
thing.
There's 150,000 cases ahead of me, so I'm not really worried about
yeah,
it.
I'm going to be dead before they get to me on.
Exactly. So the bail, you can have surety or security. You can present the money. However, the judge can decide whether or not to grant you bail or not.
Okay.
And they set the conditions. So for example, if I had a case of somebody has stabbed somebody else,
Mhm.
and the person is remanded into custody, and I apply for bail, I can apply for bail with certain conditions, and one of those conditions can be a security or surety of, let's say, £5,000.
Okay.
Surety is you surrender that money to the court, and when that case finishes, the court will then give it
you
back
that
to you.
back.
A security is, okay, I've got this money in my bank account.
Screenshot of the bank account.
Screenshot of the bank account. And if the person doesn't show up to court or does not adhere to any of the conditions set by the courts,
The government gets it.
they have to surrender it.
Yeah.
So they have to do a bank transfer to the courts and surrender that money.
And how often is it that those people who had the money on the screenshot, maybe 2 years later, need to surrender it and no longer
More
have-
often than you think.
Yes. No, I would think it would be very often.
More often than you think. But
That's
not
it. That just sounds like an I'm good for it thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they
No.
don't do bond the same way as here.
Okay, so here you've got to have some collateral
Yeah.
to
They don't
put
do
up or cash.
they don't do that.
And to give it to the bail bondsman,
No.
who's a nice little man who will take all your shit, right?
Nice.
I mean, he will, yeah. But
Yeah, he will take it all.
Yeah. No, that doesn't exist over there. You
Okay.
have
sounds like we need to go start a business.
And see, my very good, very smart son has never had to deal with any of this crap.
Well, I haven't either, just from my
I'm
experience
sure
with the podcast.
he has had to deal with bailing out his subordinates, though.
When that happens, it doesn't come to bail. It comes to, I'm going to take this one.
It's more like,
We have custody.
yes, we're taking
we
custody
will take
now.
care of
Yeah,
this sailor that you took.
a military situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes to our jail.
What's
Yeah.
it called? The brigade? What's it
The
called?
brig.
The
The
brig.
The brig. That's it.
Yeah.
The brigade.
I love
That's
you, Tammy.
like
It's
a fire
okay.
brigade.
I'm a little buzzy right now. I'm just saying.
Well, in your defense,
it's a weird Monday and I'm drinking. So
your
like, I don't-
husband was not in the Navy when y'all got together.
No, he was not. I didn't even know him then.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you're going to tell us a couple little.
well, she's going to talk about something that's very big in London news right now. Not one of the more violent cases, but one that could have some very huge implications for their legal system.
Okay.
So there's a couple of things. I wanted to speak about something that's actually going on at the moment, which is in regards to the youth,
Mhm.
the way that our justice system treats youth defendants. So it started in November 2024. And it's in a place called Fordingbridge in Hampshire, which is quite close to where I live, a little bit outside of London. There were these 3 kids, right? 15, and 14. And they had met up with a girl of the same age. So they were all 15. They all met on Snapchat. And this girl had agreed to meet them in a public place.
Mhm.
And these 2 kids decided to violently, rape this
But
15-year-old.
with force as
With force.
opposed to with chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by force.
What?
Yeah, they violently raped her. What they did was horrible.
Wait, they had recorded it
Oh my God.
and posted it on social media. That was the first.
That shows your brain is not fully developed.
No, that was the first. They met January, I believe, 2025. Second time happened. as well.
Same girl?
Same girl, same guys.
Why would she meet them again?
I don't know.
Again,
I don't know.
brain not fully developed.
Yeah.
Brain not
Yes.
fully developed.
You've told yourself that you've told yourself
Ah,
some stupid stuff to deal with it.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So there's 3 of them.
So are we starting to think that at their age, they need to be tried as an adult?
That doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't exist. So offences itself, so if it's an indictable only offence, it's tried in the Crown Court. And these people were charged with rape. And that's an indictable only offence, which means no matter your age, you are tried in the Crown Court.
Okay.
Unless your sentencing provisions are going to be less than 2 years. Right?
Magistrate.
Yeah, and then there's something called youth court. So they go and these specifically trained people deal with
Vandalism.
Yeah. Stuff that
stupid
juveniles
crap.
get into.
Yeah.
Even and in London, quite honestly, they deal with a lot of stabbings and stuff that's quite violent, gang on gang.
So
turf.
y'all have the gang stuff.
Yeah. We
Okay.
have a lot of that. So that goes to youth court. But in this specific case, because it was so big, it went to Crown Court, went to Southampton Crown Court. And they went through trial, and 3 of them were found guilty of rape.
Okay.
Right? 2 of them were found guilty of rape because they were found on the video. Right? They were identified on the video. The 3rd one was found guilty of rape by joint enterprise. Joint enterprise means you had knowledge and you were there.
Accessory.
Yeah,
Accessory,
is the closest.
basically.
Okay.
So you know that you were there.
Okay.
At sentencing, they receive something called a youth rehabilitation order. That is basically extensive probation.
That's horrible.
It's extensive probation. Maximum of 3 years. They received 2 by the judge. So 2 years of probation. All 3 of them. None of them received any custodial sentence, and none of them were sent to prison.
Is this for both rapes or just the first one?
Both.
Okay.
Both. As a whole, they treated it as a whole. The overall criminality of everything.
Wow.
Probation.
So they're like, okay, you did it twice.
Yeah, probation.
Wow.
So what the judge basically didn't want to send them to prison on the basis that they were still young, right? They were kids. So that he wanted to give them a chance to rehabilitate and send them off into society.
I don't feel like these kids can be rehabilitated.
So
It's terrible.
it was noted that one of the boys had a mental state of an 8-year-old.
Oh,
So he did not have mental capacity. And it was in fact noted by psychologists that only 1% of the population had the same, at his age, had the same sort of mental capacity as him. So he was
Okay.
very unwell, mentally unwell. I can
yes.
see that.
Okay.
They both received youth rehabilitation orders. When they were sentenced, bear in mind there's reporting restrictions. So nobody knows their names. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows who the complainant is. It's all very hush-hush.
Is that
That's
because
standard.
Because they're juveniles and she's a
Kid as well.
that was what I was
child
wondering.
and an assault.
So
a
is
sexual
Is
assault
18 the
victim.
age that it would have been?
So they will be released. Their names will be released at 18.
Okay.
Her name will never be released.
That's
Her
good.
name, and
Okay.
here her name would never be released, with the exception of there are assault victims who say my freaking name.
Mhm.
If she violates I say violate, but if
If she says
breaches that
breaches
order,
that, then
anonymity
Then it's
order,
fair game.
then she can do what she wants.
and in our country, although their names will be released when they turn 18, in our country, their names will never, ever, ever be released. It doesn't matter how heinous the crime, unless they are flipped over to adult court, unless they are charged as adults, which they don't do. It doesn't matter what they did.
I'm not even going to go into how do we feel about this. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother.
well, it's not even how we feel about it, it's how the nation feels about it. It's big in the news right now. Everybody is kicking off.
yeah.
Everybody's kicking
Off means having an emotional reaction.
Yeah.
The news.
Let me be the British to American English
The interpreter.
Translator.
the
Yeah.
interpreter. No, it's everybody's kicking off about it, and the news. Obviously, I'm in the legal world, so I see both sides of the
Right,
situation. The
right.
personal
And she's
mitigation,
a defender,
Exactly.
which gives her a whole new perspective.
the personal mitigation of it. I understand that the children, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also, there needs to be, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, there needs to be an element of punitive punishment.
Yes.
Right? They can't just be on strict probation.
So do y'all have anything like juvie like we have here?
Yes, so we have basically they're called YOIs, Youth Offenders Institution.
Okay.
And they're usually like a side building attached to an adult prison.
Okay.
See, that's not how we do them here.
I'm not mad about that though.
Our youth facilities are independent facilities, unless in Louisiana we've had so many hurricanes and floods. Sometimes they have to segregate part of an adult prison to move the youth there because the other one got hit.
Well,
so we have that at Hunt, at DCI, the women's prison.
Yeah.
I think it's still partially our youth prison.
Fair. The sentence, just to add, the sentence was so lenient that the Attorney General of the United Kingdom has asked for it to be sent to the Court of Appeal because it's so lenient.
Good.
So that hearing is next month.
And that's another difference between their system and ours. Appeals are not going to be in the government's favor. Australia, Canada, and the UK, the Crown, the authorities can appeal a sentence and say, this is too low, so we're going to go back for another bite at the apple. In America, if you're sentenced to 20 years, the DA can't go back and say, that's not enough. Let's do this again.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that's one story. Now the next, that's prominent. Do you know what I've been realizing is that not a lot of the news, 90% of the news that's reported where I am is not reported here at all.
No.
And it's big news as well. It's like
not.
It's almost like life-changing legal precedents are set.
Do those things that are like that here in the United States get reported there?
No, she had no clue about Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We do, even though everything is instant, you can get everything in your little computer you carry with you. We're still kind of divided, all of us, in that we keep our news to ourselves.
But I do follow British news, obviously, because I have a child there who's also in the legal system, and I follow true crime news just to begin with. There are cases that are hitting my feed because of what I'm following that she had no clue about. And they were marketed as big news, the biggest deal. And she's kind of, one of them, she had kind of a clue because it's led to a lot of riots in Ireland. But
yeah,
I know.
What they think.
We don't need to swap horrible, terrible stories. I mean, we have enough bad
We have enough bad crap right here.
It's all bad, but it's interesting to see the way that each legal system approaches everything.
And
I agree.
That just doesn't apply to the legal system either. So I work in power generation in New York State, right? That I remember going through high school and I heard once that they had a Northeast blackout. I was like, man, that sucks. In power generation up north, huge deal. And it's just like regional, what matters.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. Like down here, we would never hear about it. Down here in the South.
We heard about it.
Yeah.
It played on our news.
Yeah.
But it was
a blip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like we had a hurricane next month or the next month.
Yeah.
Right? So it's where.
Meanwhile, I get calls from all over the country about, oh my God, are you okay? Because the news has showed major flooding in South Louisiana.
I have friends all the time texting me, are you okay? I'm like, just stop. Don't turn the Weather Channel off.
It's the guy with a trailer on the Amite River down at ground level that floods every time it rains more than an inch.
Yes.
That was on the news, and the news just does what they want.
Stop. You had nothing to report today.
I mean, first day I was here, there was a weather alert on the radio when we were sitting in the car, and I was like, oh my God, there's going to be flooding.
She's like,
and I'm like, yeah, we're not really prone to flash floods like that.
They lie to you a lot. Yeah. All right. You want to tell us one more?
So there is another case that's happening. I don't know if you know about this. They're called the Falston Six.
She does not know.
I do not.
So Falston Six are a group of activists for Palestine Action, which has now been declared as a proscribed terrorist organization in the UK, which is crazy to me. protest all you want. I don't think you're terrorists.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Falston Six went to the Elbin factories in Cardiff, I want to say. And they...
It's in Wales, and to all my Doctor Who fans, Cardiff is where it all pops off.
They proceeded to damage a bunch of the weapons. It's a weapons manufacturer
Okay.
that is for Israel, right? So it's the weapons that Israel are using. It's a manufacturing plant for all of those weapons, those drones, X, Y, and Z, right?
Right.
And that's Z.
They damaged them, and in between, one of them did assault a police officer quite severely. But it's become such a... They went to trial. They pleaded not guilty because what they thought was it was a lawful
demonstration.
Act. Yeah, lawful demonstration.
A peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest. They were dismantling, weapons that could be used to kill other people. And they thought, you know what, that's a lawful excuse.
Yes.
They go to trial. First trial happens. They are denied legal counsel.
You
can do that?
No,
See,
it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented.
That's my question, because everything about our legal system, there should be a direct correlation, not to Louisiana, because that's...
If you cannot afford one will be appointed for you.
Right.
Exactly.
So everything about our legal system is a derivative of...
Yes.
The Magna Carta started it all, and that's where
Yes.
it began. And so I was like, wait, we're talking about this. We have different viewpoints on this, but continue.
So they are either refused legal representation, or the legal representation that they had was so limited in what they could do by a judge's order that the barristers could no longer represent these people in good faith.
Oh, wow.
Trial happens. A friend of mine or colleague of mine who's a barrister, Rajiv, he is King's Counsel. He's Silk. He's one of the most highly regarded barristers in our profession, right?
Barrister means top tier lawyer.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing.
They
I
are
can
an
come to.
advocate, and when you have a casey, when you're a casey, you wear a silk gown and wig, and you are appointed.
$800 weird white wig.
Exactly, it's horsehair. It's horsehair.
It's disgusting.
And they went through the whole trial, and at the end of it, he told the jury to use jury equity, which is to use your consciousness to acquit a person, right? He said this. The judge then held him in contempt of court and referred him to the High Court for criminal proceedings.
Wow.
Okay. And for anybody who really understands the law here, jury equity is similar to jury nullification.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But there is a difference. In America, other than in Louisiana, which has the Napoleonic law, your decision can actually affect law. It sets a precedent.
Yes.
So jury nullification, you voting outside of the boundaries of the law, is bad here.
Right.
Because it could set somebody free 25 years from now who committed a heinous crime. There, it's a case-by-case basis.
Mm-hmm.
So you can commit jury equity, which is their term, and it's just, I don't believe...
Well, it's an automatic right appointed to you as a juror.
In Great Britain.
Yeah.
And that's when she was first telling me about this. I was like, but that's okay because jury nullification is wrong. And she was, but they have no precedent. That's not part of their system.
It's absolutely crazy. So there was a hung jury that for the first trial, prosecution decided to retry them, and 4 out of the 6 were convicted of criminal damage.
Wow.
What the jury did not know when they were coming to their decision is that the judge, if a guilty verdict was found from the jury, that the judge would sentence them under the Terror Act as terrorists.
Oh, wow.
So, for example, criminal damage has a max of 5 years in prison.
I mean, terrorists got to be way up there.
Exactly. 4 of them, a combined sentence of 26 years and 8 months in prison. All women. All in a women's prison. Unprecedented.
Okay.
Very unprecedented. This is the first time in legal history that anybody who has been sentenced for a minor offense, quote
Uh-huh.
unquote minor criminal
Right.
damage, has been sentenced as a terrorist.
Wow.
And we've done enough Great Britain cases that
Yeah.
we know that murder is a 20-year sentence.
Yeah, murder. I was talking to the kids about that the other day. I was like, other places in the universe, you can get out if you killed someone.
Yeah, but then there are other places in the universe
So
that you
the-
don't even finish trial before you're shot.
True.
So the UK, if you're convicted of murder, it's a mandatory life sentence and you have a minimum term. There's only 70 people in the UK that have a whole life order, so they will never get out of prison.
Right, whole life.
Whole
Yeah.
life order.
Only 70.
Only 70.
Yeah.
That includes like Rose West.
Right.
Yeah, which we've done.
We've done that story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And there, if there was ever, and it did, the concept of not killing her was very hard for people who are even against the death
Yeah.
penalty to stay. I'm against the death penalty. We've talked about that. I don't think we mete it out fairly. So I'm
No.
like, maybe we shouldn't until we figure out how to do it.
We'll never figure
Samesies.
shit out. Samesies. We'll
Yeah.
never figure shit
No,
out.
it'll be the rich guy gets away with it. Like, I could get a life sentence or a 25-year sentence for the same crime that my husband, who is brown and a man,
Mm-hmm.
he's medium brown. He's not all the way brown, but
He's pretty brown.
he's pretty brown. He would be far more likely than me to be killed. And we've talked about that it's not fairly
Yeah.
meted out, so we don't need it. It's too final if you
Okay.
can't do it samesies.
Okay.
But Rose West
Whole life order.
stretched
We'll
a
have to-
lot of people. They wanted to kill her.
Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were what did you say earlier about everybody was acting up about something? What was the word she used where the whole nation
Popping-
was
kicking off.
Kicking off.
Kicking off.
everybody was
kicking off.
kicking off about Rose West.
Yeah. They're like, maybe
right.
we should kill.
we gotta finish this up, people.
It was so much fun.
I
It
know
was
it was.
awesome. Thank you so much.
No
Sass, that was
worries.
awesome. Sam, thank you for chiming in. Sherry, thank you as always, and we'll have to schedule another one soon.
Yes,
Yes,
we will.
ma'am.
Quick thing, if you need to go to use the restroom, go ahead. Okay. All right, people, listen, go to Facebook, Grits Group, Family, Friends, and Fans. The effers, go ahead. You can walk.
Oh,
Don't
thank
worry
you.
about it.
Yeah, the camera's
Um,
off of you. Well, yeah.
Also go to YouTube. We have our cameras back in working order. Subscribe, follow us, and please help support the show. Patreon/grits. This is how we make our money. And that's kind of funny because we really don't make any money.
No, we really don't. But we have a butt ton of fun doing it.
We do. And we appreciate our Patreon members so much. We do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Harold, thank you for camera switching. Everybody, thanks again. All right, people, tell your mom and him to listen. We're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.
Bye.